Perkins, you heard the amateur exploits, the former world amateur champion.
Heavyweight action as Danielle Perkins and Christianne Fahey squared off in a clash that fans have been anticipating for months. On September 2nd, 2025, fight enthusiasts from the United States, the United Kingdom, and across the globe tune in to witness two strong, determined women step into the ring to prove who truly deserved to reign supreme. This was not just another bout. It was a demonstration of grit, power, and the relentless pursuit of boxing glory. From the moment both fighters made their way to the ring, the atmosphere was electric. Perkins, known for her imposing frame, precise technique, and experience at the top level, carried herself with the calm confidence of a seasoned professional. On the other hand, Christianne Fahey, the underdog in many eyes, entered with fierce determination, ready to silence doubters.
18 World Championships and the following year too, so she's been around, and you could tell she's trying to dictate the pace of the fight so far, Corey.
One thing we're seeing from Fahey already here in the early going, which we saw in her fight against Mary Casamassa, the willingness to just take the opportunities that are given to her, especially with the right hand. She's facing another southpaw here tonight. We've seen her touch Perkins to the body a couple of times already, Alex.
Yeah, she'll try and get that right hand in as much as she can, and she's hoping not to get hit by the straight left, and there you see her landing that right. You talked about it, Corey. She's a former...
And showcase her toughness on the grand stage. The clash of styles and personalities made this matchup a compelling story before a single punch was thrown. As the bell rang for round one, both women came out cautious yet calculated. Perkins immediately worked behind her strong jab, establishing distance and rhythm. Fahey responded by trying to close the gap, looking to make the fight messy and physical. The opening exchanges set the tone, Perkins relying on her disciplined boxing fundamentals. Fahey determined to bring relentless pressure and disrupt the rhythm of the taller, ringier fighter. The second round intensified as Perkins began to find her timing. She landed sharp combinations, especially the 1-2 that had become her signature weapon. Fahey, though, showed heart, absorbing shots and returning fire with...
Short hard to the body, kick belt, back on the body. Listen, you keep busy. Don't be ready,
Leaping hooks aimed at breaking through Perkins' guard. The crowd roared with every exchange, sensing that this battle was only heating up. By the third round, Perkins had found her groove. Her footwork was on point, gliding around the ring and forcing Fahey to chase. Every time Fahey stepped forward, she was met with Perkins' stiff jab or a snapping right hand. The cleaner work was clearly coming from Perkins, but Fahey's toughness and refusal to back down kept her alive in the contest. It was this resilience that made the fight so gripping.
Perkins sneaking in a nice right hand there as well. You mentioned the athletic exploits of Fahey. Danielle Perkins at one point was a top 10 NCAA rebounder during her final collegiate year at St. John's University. And following her collegiate career, suffered some horrifying injuries, and at one point...
Fahey simply would not be deterred, even against a more polished opponent. Midway through the fight, the tactical battle unfolded even further. Perkins started mixing in body shots, slowing Fahey's forward momentum. Each thudding left hand to the ribs drew gas from the crowd, while Fahey grit her teeth and kept pressing forward. The determination of Fahey was inspiring, but the skill set of Perkins was shining brighter with every round. By round 6, Perkins had truly taken control. Her
advantage of that on a couple of different occasions, but this kind of pressure from Perkins is starting to make a difference.
Yeah, very different look from Perkins here in the second round, walking Fahey down and using some of that physicality. See the head movement of Perkins, very relaxed in her approach, Raul.
Yeah, she is being very relaxed, and that's a good fighter.
Confidence grew as she unleashed crisp 3-punch combinations, slipping Fahey's counters and punishing her with accurate power shots. Yet Fahey remained dangerous, swinging wildly at times, hoping to land the one punch that could change the fight. That unpredictability kept Perkins sharp, forcing her to maintain discipline and not get reckless. The later rounds became a showcase of Perkins' conditioning and ring IQ, where many heavyweights
Leaking blood from the nose right now and might have been wobbled earlier in the round as well. This is a big round for Danielle Perkins.
tend to slow down. Perkins stayed light on her feet, conserving energy while landing the cleaner, sharper punches. Fahey, by contrast, began to show signs of fatigue. Her punches lost some snap, and her head movement slowed, allowing Perkins to dictate the pace. Still, Fahey's heart was undeniable.
Try to buy my time.
I know you're not about the time. You're not hairstyle. It's only 2 minutes. It's like 2 minutes now. So I need you to be moving. I need you to be clever.
Every time Perkins seemed to be pulling away, Fahey dug deep and fired back, earning the respect of fans and even her opponent. In round 9, the fight reached its most dramatic point. Perkins landed a huge right hand that staggered Fahey, sending the crowd into a frenzy. For a moment, it looked like the referee might step in, but Fahey, showing incredible courage, weathered the storm and fought back with everything she had. That moment symbolized the entire fight. Perkins demonstrating skill.
See if Christianne Fahey can bounce back, as Perkins once again applying the pressure and banging away to the body in the opening 20 seconds of the round.
Yeah, Perkins needs to keep that momentum going. A little bit of a leash shuffle there by Perkins. More hard combinations. Powerful shots by Perkins.
And dominance. Fahey showing toughness and resilience. As the final round approached, both fighters gave it everything they had left. Perkins, knowing she was ahead on the scorecards, stayed composed, sticking to her jab and landing clean shots without taking unnecessary risks. Fahey, meanwhile, pressed forward with sheer willpower, determined to make a statement and go the distance. The crowd stood on their feet, applauding the effort of both women, recognizing that they were
Better fighter. She's in control. She's very relaxed, making her miss, making her pay. Good counter punching by Perkins.
And at the end of the day, more powerful.
Yes, sir. She's dominating now.
Yeah, and that's an important element here too, guys. Remember, Fahey mostly fighting at 160, 168.
witnessing a true battle of heart and skill. When the final bell rang, both fighters embraced, exhausted but proud. The judges' scorecards reflected what most observers had seen. Danielle Perkins had clearly controlled the fight with her superior technique, accuracy, and ring generalship. Yet the respect for her, Christianne Fahey, was immense. She had taken everything Perkins threw at her and never stopped trying to win. The official decision was a unanimous victory for Danielle Perkins, solidifying her reputation as one of the most formidable forces in women's heavyweight boxing. But beyond the result, this fight will be remembered for the courage, determination, and spirit both fighters displayed. Perkins proved once again that she is a champion-caliber athlete with world-class skills, while Fahey earned
Hand by Perkins. There we go. Sets it up with a nice jab. All over Fahey. Fahey trying to hold on. Seems like she's going.
admiration for her toughness and refusal to quit. What made this fight so special was not just the punches thrown, but the story it told. Perkins, a polished technician, executed her game plan with precision, while Fahey, the gritty underdog, showed the kind of fighting spirit that inspires fans around the world. In the United States,
As you point out, in against a much bigger woman, getting hit with some big shots, and so often women have to step up when they're in a higher weight class to a place where they don't want to be.
Fahey's still game. She's got a big heart. She's trying to land some shots.
the fight resonated as a showcase of women's boxing at its finest. While in the United Kingdom, fans appreciated the heart and courage that defined every round. The victory positions Perkins for even bigger opportunities ahead. With the heavyweight division continuing to grow in visibility, she now stands as one of its central figures, potentially eyeing world championship glory or high profile clashes against other elite contenders.
And Raul, you made a good point earlier on as Fahey lands a nice right hand over the top, but gets clipped with a big left hook. Right hook, excuse me, from Danielle Perkins. I mean, Perkins made a determination early in this fight. She basically said, okay, you go ahead and touch me to the body. I'm going to counter you with harder stuff up top.
Fahey can land that right.
Fahey, despite the loss, raised her profile tremendously. Her performance against a seasoned opponent proved she belongs at this level and earned her respect from fans and analysts alike. Looking back, this fight encapsulated everything that makes boxing so compelling. Strategy, power, endurance, and above all, heart. Every round told its own story, from Perkins' dominance to Fahey.
Danielle Perkins with free hands and an opponent on the ropes is a dangerous proposition as we come to the end of round 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put a big round of applause together for both of the boxers in the center of the ring. After 6 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge David D. Young scores the matchup 60-54. Judge Rose Gross scores it 59-55. And Judge Vincent Santino also scores it 59-55 for your winner by unanimous decision, Danielle New Era Perkins.
So Danielle Perkins with a wide decision win over Christianne Fahey in our opening contest as we set the table for a night that features women's heavyweight boxing. Danielle Perkins with her eyes on both the winner of the main event and, as we mentioned, potentially the IBF champ, Lanny Daniels, because, you know, as we've talked about, guys, it is a shallow pool of contenders in the women's heavyweight division, which kind of has 2 results. For someone like Danielle Perkins, it's unfortunately meant that she hasn't been as active as she wants, but it does also mean that you can leapfrog into a big opportunity very quickly, just as Vanessa Lepage-Joannis did.
That's a very good point, and that is what got her, Joannis, to this fight tonight. And as you point out, it's a very short step to get to those title matches because of the lack of depth.